If you're a tech founder, I hope you will pick up a thing or two from this video where I explain how my company Story99 went about helping one of my tech clients, ZeroQ, in crafting its website. So ZeroQ is a platform built for those in the shipping industry that makes it easy for them to start working towards sustainability, going beyond just meeting the bare minimum compliance. Great tech products and tech companies deserve great storytelling, and that's why we do what we do at Story99. So in this video, you will learn about 5 key things. 1. When not to use a problem solution pitch and what is the alternative when you're doing your website. Then 2 cool framing techniques, how visual choices are made, structuring information, and lastly, choosing between using concrete versus abstract language. Now, the reason this opening section looks like this is because one of the insights that the founders and the leadership team at ZeroQ shared with me was the maritime market. It's full of pitches with a problem solution framing. How do you stand out? You have to try some other pitch. If you have ever worked on your own opening pitch as a tech founder and tried alternatives to problem solution framing, would love to hear from you. The reason problem solution does work when it does is that it establishes relatability with the user or the reader very easily. I say, hey, you have a problem, you pause and think, yeah, I do, and then you pay attention to the rest of the stuff. So an alternative way to relate to the reader is to state a point of view. And that's why you see this green is good phrase here. We say green is good, it's a POV. You don't think so? Maybe then we are on the right fit. And if you agree with this POV that green is good, well, let's find out what we are about and what we can do for you. So we are catching your attention, right? And the ZeroQ team already had this particular line with them when we started working, and we decided to just retain it as it is. Now let me talk about 2 cool framing techniques we used when crafting the language. When we are using language like kickstart and accelerate your journey to green, or here, smoothly accelerate your sustainability journey while hitting all your business goals. So these all signal a very positive progression towards a goal, and this is called goal framing. And when we do goal framing, the idea is to deliberately avoid reminding the reader about their struggles. Another framing technique that we use is what's called emphasis framing, right? It's when you use phrases like joyful to use. It frames the experience of things like emission compliance and performance management as something positive instead of being burdensome. So that's called emphasis framing. In terms of the hero section visual, the original idea from ZeroQ team was to definitely avoid showing ships because every website in the sector has that. And they said, let's just go with a green leaf. But just going with a green leaf was a little vague for me. So I pushed back a little bit and said, let's have some visual clue that ties up the visual with where we are. And that's why you see this subtle hint of ocean, where I would say it's a good sweet spot between showing literally a ship, which everybody does, and being extremely vague with just a static leaf. An important aspect of this landing page design was to treat the homepage as a front door, right? It should guide someone who lands here to go to specific interior pages, but not load everything up front. And that's why you would notice that there's just enough about the product and the solution on the landing page, but not too much, right? When someone wants to explore more, they easily get directed to the relevant sections in the product pages. Also, if you notice, these features and solutions, the copy that's written here, it's intentionally focusing on what the reader can do. You can do X, Y, Z, rather than what we do, because ultimately every feature has a benefit, and then each benefit ultimately ties to some fundamental value for the user, customer, buyer. And every time you use a language like that, it becomes a little more readable and absorbable by the end user. And one last thing that I will leave you with is when to use concrete language and when to go for more abstract phrases and words based on pure science. There is enough research that has shown that when we want to signal potential or leadership, then abstract language does a better job. But when our aim is to provide clarity, specificity, or when we want to just enhance the understanding of features and benefits, then a more concrete language helps. So for example, here, green is good, right? It uses a little abstract concept of green to represent environmental sustainability, and doing so evokes much more sense of potential and leadership. And likewise, when we use words like modern with platform or advanced emission management, these words again convey innovation and leadership much better. But when it came to features, we definitely went with pretty concrete descriptions. For example, naming the specific compliances here, CII emission compliance or Smart EU ETS. These enhance the understanding and relevance, which is the intent of detailing these features. Alright, so hope you picked up a thing or two on some key considerations when crafting the narrative of your tech website. website. If there is a tech company that can improve its business storytelling, let them know about Story99. We don't just do websites, by the way. We have worked with tech and deep tech companies as their overall brand, marketing, and storytelling communications partner. And then we also take up specific projects like a website project, a rebranding project, a consumer insights project. Anything that helps a great tech company also tell great stories, because great stories is great business.